What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today I got an exciting unboxing to dig into for you guys. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you here. And before you head out, do me a huge favor. Hit the thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, everyone. Really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check it out. Feel free to let me know what you're carrying in your pockets today. I love hearing from you guys. So we have another knife coming in from Pickled Steel. This will be the third knife that we have checked out from them. Now, I'm not aware of the name of this one. By the time you are seeing this, I will have it linked down in the description, and we should know a little bit more by that time, as these are shot way in the future. So, nice little packaging here. We have a zippered pouch, microfiber cloth. We have extra hardware and a disassembly tool, so a nice bit of packaging. And if you're not familiar, Pickled Steel is a company native to South Africa. It is a South African company, and they are working their way into having knives over here. Basically, the inventory that they have is in South Africa. They are working on getting an inventory over here so it is much easier for everyone in the States and over here to get these knives. And the last couple that we have checked out have been rock solid. And these are going to, minus the shipping from South Africa, these are going to be very affordable. So when he does get a stockade over here of these knives, they're going to be very affordable. Ooh, that's got a nice little spring in it. I wasn't quite expecting that. So, yeah, that's got a nice spring in it. We got a big cleaver blade here. Crossbar lock. The Warhog. Okay. So I did know the name of it, but I forgot it. But we got it here on the back side of the blade. D2 the Warhog. That's a cool name. And I do like the look of this knife quite a bit. We got red thumb studs, red pivot collar, and then I don't know if... So that's going to be aluminum. So we have aluminum for the handle material with a micarta inlay that has been recessed in here, and it is nice and flush. You can feel it kind of protruding a little tiny bit, but that's by design. It kind of protrudes just a little bit, but it has been inlaid in there. And then we have, this is going to be a very rigid knife. And then we have steel liners. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we do have steel liners in there that do have some internal milling as well. A couple of big old standoffs there. And then we have a deep carry wire pocket clip, and it will be reversible. This is I wasn't sure what knife was coming. I knew he said Warhog, but that's been a while since we talked about the knives, and I forgot the design. And this is a very interesting take. We'll take a little closer look here, and definitely a nice, mean looking modified sheep split style of blade. We have a little bit of jimping on the spine of the handle here, and that runs up onto the blade. So you're going to have a nice little platform there to rest your thumb in the standard grip. And although not a finger choil or 50-50 area per se, you will be able to choke up behind that edge for a lighter duty cut. I mean, you could bear down in this grip here and still be, you'd have to be cautious, but you could really get a nice grip here as well. And this little spoon area will be another nice place to rest the finger. And because of this area here, the sharpening choil area, you'll be able to get right up on that tip if you need to do some precise type work. So I definitely, what do we got? A little bit of fuzzy somewhere hanging out. Definitely going to be a nice utilitarian blade shape. Let's get our issuing stitches hank out here, And let's check and see what this thing looks like in the pocket here. So it's going to carry nice and deep. You'll have a little bit poking out there, not too much at all. I like the wire clip. It does look nice and clean. And keep in mind that will be reversible as well. And there is a good bit of retention on that pocket clip. So very nice. Yeah, that's some wire pocket. Yeah, that's got really good retention on it. Some wire pocket clips can be very chintzy in a way. That is the farthest thing from chintzy. That's got really good retention. As far as the action goes, for that heavier blade, I showed that. See how that wants to pull the blade back in there once it gets to a certain point? That heavier blade, it's got good solid springs in there to kind of fire and rocket that heavier sheep's foot blade out. It's got pretty good springs in there. And as far as the tabs go, they do protrude out of there very nicely. They're going to be very easy to get to. Very easy to disengage. We have the red pivot collar on both sides that match up with the red thumb studs. Gives it a nice little pop of color. I really like this look. The black blade with the black handle, the aluminum handle. And then we have this micarta inlay. I think this is a very fine looking knife. Now let's go ahead, and it is coming in D2. Let's see what kind of edge comes on these knives here. Let's give it a tall order and see if it can handle cutting some very shitty telephone book paper. And see, that's one thing I like about a coated D2 blade. It's D2 is one place where a coated blade really makes sense. It kind of, this has a great edge on it, by the way. It kind of cures what ails D2. You know, the corrosion is what kind of kills the corrosion issues that D2 has, in a way. That's what kind of kills the steel for a lot of people. And when you have a good coating, even knives that have a budget price tag that might not be DLC or something like that, and this is not going to be a DLC, it's going to be just a basic PVD, but coatings that they're using nowadays are light years beyond what they used to be, and this is really going to protect this blade. So really, a coating rounds out D2. If it's a solid D2 that's got a great, you know, treatment to it and coming in at a solid Rockwell, you know, D2 is going to be very tough and have good edge retention. If you have a good coating on there as well, you're going to, in theory, have great corrosion resistance as well. Really, the only area you have to worry about is the edge here. And even if you take care of your knives a little bit, and even if you don't, I don't know that you would have much to worry about, but even if you take care of them a little bit, you're going to have a very, very solid knife. I don't mind D2 at all, especially at the right price point, but if it's done well, got a coating on it, and this has kind of a black wash finish to it too. It's not like a straight shiny PVD. It's kind of been processed like a PVD, and then it has a tumble to it, so it looks really, really good. I really like the aesthetic of this knife. I wouldn't have minded seeing black pivot collars and black studs. I know they're going with a pop of color here, and I still think it looks really good. I think there are other options. I'm not sure what other options there are. And a lot of people are going to. I do like it. I do. But I would love to see another option where We still have the pivot collars and obviously the thumb studs, but maybe black them out, and then you really have everything kind of going together with the black hardware, the black crossbar, the blade. But I see, what they were doing, what they were going for, and I still think it looks fantastic. This is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a full-size knife, or getting very, very close. Yeah, we're just shy of 7 3/4, so not quite what we consider to be a large or full-size knife. It's going to be coming in at about 7 5/8 overall. We're looking at about 2 15/16 for cutting edge, and about 3 1/4 for your overall edge. So it's going to be a good size and be in a lot of people's wheelhouse. The next question is going to be, how does this lock hold up? And we did check centering. It was nicely centered when we opened it up. Crossbar lock is going to have some play there no matter what. We have no pivot lash. There's no up and down play. And there is no side to side play either. So let's give this a couple of taps here. And there is no indication that we should have any issues with any crossbar locks. Crossbar locks, in my experience, have been ultra resilient when it comes to lock testing. And this feels very, very solid. And it is. It's very solid. Crossbar locks, if done properly, even when they're not done properly, can still be very solid. But when they are done properly, they can be extremely resilient. In my experience, I've tested over 50 crossbar locking knives, and all of them have passed. All of them. So that's a testament to a crossbar lock. Now, is that saying every crossbar lock, everywhere, anywhere, always is going to pass? No. But in my experience, crossbar locks are ultra resilient. I really like what Pickled Steel is doing, and the owner himself has told me he is looking to make a statement and do some big things within the knife world, in the knife community, and that is something I love to hear. You guys will have to let me know. What do you think of Pickled Steel, and what do you think of the Warhog here coming in D2? I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, we release videos just like this one every single day. Hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.